There we go. Good morning. Am I plugged in? I'm plugged in. Good morning. It's Monday morning. It's December. Um, I see Vicky and Kelly and Nancy and Tammy. I should get a big magnifying glass. I do need a big magnifying glass. Good morning, everybody. I'm Sarah Peasley. Welcome to my Monday morning Get the Hell Out of Bed live stream. I need to look at a different screen because I'm on a delay. There we go. Uh, Hi. I, let's see. Let's start with some caffeine. I treated myself. I had to go to I didn't have to do anything. Yesterday, I went to the Okemos Library because my book was in that I had put on hold. And it was pouring down rain. And I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm wash and wear. That was a rhyme, but I didn't do it on purpose. And I, you know, got wet. And I couldn't find, when I got to the post office, not the post office, Sarah. When I got to the library, I sat in the car and looked for my library card and I couldn't find it. And I wasn't going to really need it, but I had done the online put things on hold online thing. So introverts, that's good for introverts because you can walk in, pull your book off the hold shelf, go over to the, it's not really a kiosk, but the kiosk and scan your card and scan your book and off you go. And you don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to people. So let's see. What does that mean? That means I didn't find my library card, so it's here somewhere, probably, hopefully. And so I had to go to the person, and I said, I can't find my library card. I don't know where it is. It's not lost. I just don't have it with me. I said, so you have to check my book out for me. Anyway, and then I like unzipped my coat and put it under my coat to take it out to the car because it was pouring down rain and it's paperback. And on the way back, that was the only errand I needed to run. And on the way back, I'm like, I'm going to, get my iced coffee for the day from Big B. And so I went to Big B and I had to stand in line. I mean, I had the choice of standing in line, trying to be more positive. And so I'm standing there and I'm looking. I don't usually stand in line. I usually walk up and order and walk out. And I just realized that was the difference. So I was behind two people or two people. And then I was behind one person. And I'm like standing there like this, looking at the wall behind the baristas. And there's a like fancy TV display up there. TV display, the screen of the menu, two screens of the menu. And then there's a screen over here with advertisement stuff for Big B for the different drinks happening. I'm like, when did they get that? So I waited for my turn and then I got up there and I said, so is this new? And she looked and she went, well, we've had it for a month or so. And I'm like, crap, because I've been going in like every other day. I'm like, well, apparently I always need my caffeine when I come in here because I haven't even noticed it. It's quite different. I don't even know what was there before, but it's not there now. You can see spaces on the wall, like different colored paint where whatever it was that was there before for 20 years was there, but I don't know what it is. Anyway, so I got my drink and I came home. Um, yep. The day before yesterday, I had a bad day. I woke up and I felt like I'd been crying, but I hadn't been. Like I can't cry since I started taking the antidepressants. And my doctor says, well, that's not a thing. I'm like, well, then why haven't I cried since I started taking the antidepressants? It's been years. Like, I'd like to cry. There's times when crying is happening, but it's not coming out. Um, Tears. I haven't had tears. That's what's happened. Yeah, so I woke up on Saturday and I just felt all of it, all of it. I just felt everything. I felt the houses, I felt the money, I felt the stress of upcoming travel. I felt everything. I just felt everything. So I started by, and it was like, I don't know, 32 degrees, 37 degrees. And I just was all, "Ugh." So I made a cup of tea and I went and sat out on the front porch. I got dressed first. And then but I didn't put on a coat. I was just all hot and bothered. And I went and sat on the front porch and I had my cup of tea, but as I was walking out the door, I'm like, I don't have my phone. I'm like, I don't need my phone. I'm trying to cool off. Like, cool off. And I went and sat on the bench and started drinking my tea. And that is what I did in the nice weather. And that's how I met some of my neighbors. But I sat there and I was like, kind of fuming at myself. And I noticed, I like looked at I have a big like wooden deck on the front of my house. And, the leaves have all fallen now, but nobody has gotten them off of the front deck yet. So I thought I can do that. I can control that. So I went in the garage. It's a carport, and I got my brand new leaf rake that I bought, and I raked like 8 inches of leaves off of this big wooden deck. And I don't think it's allergies because it was very mood oriented, Tammy. I think I'm affected by allergies now too. I didn't used to be since I moved to Michigan. In 1979, my allergies went away, but it could be that because I've got a runny nose, but it also was very mood. It was a depressive episode, is what it was, and so yeah. So I raked the leaves off. I have a little pile of rocks out there, my like little pet rocks, and I went and got a bucket and put those in there so they don't get lost in the snow, and just tidied up a couple things around the front porch. And then I drank my tea, and then I went back in and started the hot water again and found my phone. And this time I went out with my phone and had my second cup of tea. And I don't remember what I thought about, but I was just like, once again, I have to do the things I can control, like cleaning up the front deck. That was one of the things that was stressing me out, but not super important. I mean, who cares if there's leaves all over it? Um, so and then I started getting cold, and I thought, oh, I guess I've, cooled off. It's cold out here. So my, body temperature regulated. And so I came in and I don't remember what I did, but you know what I did? I came over here to the computer. I made another cup of tea. Came over here to the computer and I put my headphones on and turned on the classical music and from WKAR, and I started working on, financial, like data entry of receipts into my banking software. So just mindless and distracted by music. Sorry, I just drooled. And I don't know, it didn't. And then I handled some mysteries of like, what is this money and what was that withdrawal, and all kinds of thing floating around, all kinds of things. Just took care of a few little things, and I was freaking out about the selling of my old house. So I texted my realtor and ended up having a conversation with him. I just kind of I didn't handle things, but I addressed things. And by the end of the day, I wasn't perfect. I went to bed early. Um, but I felt better the next day. I'm still stressed about all the things, but you acknowledge that things are bothering you because they are, and that's okay. So this is recovery tools. You acknowledge the things that are bothering you and recognize that that's a valid thing, and then try and move on. And my trying and moving on was, I'm sorry, you don't try and move on, you move on. And my moving on was to do things that I could do that maybe moved me towards not worrying about things as much. So I'm still worried about things. Um, the sale of my old house is dragging on because the sale of the buyer's house is not happening. Um, there was supposed to be an open house yesterday. I assume there was, and the price was supposed to go down, but according to Zillow, I don't see that yet. So I'm waiting for an update on what's going on there. Um, Here, uh, I had a big delivery on Friday, I think, yeah, of like a giant truck that doesn't even fit in my neighborhood came by and parked itself out in front, and then a little truck like detached itself. The cab detached itself, and it's a forklift when it's detached. And so it lifted up drywall and tongue and groove siding and whatever else and dropped it on my driveway. And then the worker guys showed up and carried it all in. Pouring rain, by the way. And unshrink wrapped it and carried it all in. And that took a while. They were very careful. So what I'm saying is all the drywall and all the paneling that's needed for the big wall demolition and rebuilding is in the house. It's in the house. So that was exciting. After this week, yep. What? Why is this the 4th? I thought the 5th was Monday. Apparently it's the 4th. After this week, I am actually really on the calendar for the contractor. I haven't actually been on the calendar yet. I've been squeaking in between other jobs. So after this week, it's all hands on deck here and shit will get done. Will it be done before the holidays? Definitely not. I'm not sure the drywall will be up and ready and painted. Painting is the big thing. That's when I can start actually moving my furniture where it goes. But it'll be closer. I'm going to get more workers and the materials are here. And so that's looking up. So that's good. I can't remember if the guy was supposed to come today. So I was up and dressed by 8 and, tidied up the house a little bit. And by that, I mean, made room for him to walk around to get to the places. I have this thing in my lap, but it's very droopy and cuddly right now. Look at the people. Look there. There you are. Hi. He's very droopy and cuddly right now, so I thought you might like to see him. Mr. Mustache. Yeah, so this house, the front deck has no leaves on it, or very few. I had brought in, here's another thing that was pissing me off on Friday morning. It kind of was the straw that broke the Sarah's back. There's a big snake plant, those big, thick, spiky leaves, like one leaf comes all the way up from the ground. It's like 4 feet tall, including the pot. And it has been out, it came with the house and it was on the front porch, on the front deck. And I had read up on it. What's that noise? No. I had read up on it and it needs to come in for the winter, but it doesn't need to be taken care of. So I had put it on the breezeway and then I moved it to currently or temporarily to my bedroom, which is under construction because there's a big window there. I just thought it was pretty, put something in the room, and it was there for weeks. And then Thursday morning, there was a little dirt on the floor, or Friday morning, somebody went boop, boop, boop in there. There's not really much room for the dirt to be accessed. But then Saturday morning was at my pissy day. On Saturday morning, it was still in the pot, but as much dirt as you could possibly pull out of the pot and leave the plant in was all over my brand new bedroom floor. Now, everybody's paws were clean, so I don't know who did it, but I was like, seriously? So I got mad, and that's when I went and made my tea and sat outside on the front deck and blah, 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 blah. And later that day, I moved the plant back out to the breezeway where it's just going to live for the winter because I can't have nice things. And what also happened during the night, was that I think it's Mr. Mustache, but I guess I don't know. But he's the one that chews on things to get my attention. And somebody, it wasn't me, chewed through one of the cords of the blinds. And those are all attached. So I guess I won't worry about them. Chewed through one of the blind cords. And I'm like, what? He's been batting them around and pretending to chew on them because he wants to get my attention. But he actually chewed through one of them. I'm like, okay, this is, I have to cat-proof this stupid house. I'm talking about you. He's like, I love you. So it took me a while to figure out what to do. And so now they're, let's see, maybe you can see. There's a Ziploc bag right there And there's a cord. I don't understand why, but there's a cord on either side, and one's like a brake, and the other one's the up and down thing. And oops, ow, that hurt. That wasn't very graceful. We just fell off the desk and my thigh, and there was a claw that was attempting to keep our balance, but it didn't work. Hi, ow. Um, yeah. So he chewed one of the strands on the left side, which is the up and down side. It's far enough down that I can still go up and down, I'm sure, but ah, been here since September 1st, and he's like, I think I'm going to chew through this cord now after I dig up that plant. And I'm sorry, they're fed, they have toys, they have lots of perches, I give them lots of attention. They're just little assholes is what they are. So now I have lovely Ziploc bags on the upper ledges of my window because I have the 1, 2, 3 windows. I have those behind me, obviously, because you have visual verification, and then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of them on that wall. So I have 5 Ziploc bags. There's also blind thingies hanging down at the kitchen, but I can't. Those are 3 tall and then 3 tall, and I can't reach up to the. Oh, that's this. I can't reach up to the sill up above, so I don't know what I'm going to do with those. Stupid cat. So we're just, learning to deal with the cats being cats, as Tammy says. So those are the things that I woke up on Saturday. I was like, really? And then everything just kind of crashed down on me. So yesterday was better. Today's going to be good. It's okay to have bad days. I was pissed. I was pissed about the oh man, whatever. I was pissed about the whatever. So that was a nice explanation. The cats are, fine otherwise. Yeah. Love my cats. Mr. Mustache and Frankie. Frankie's a little love bug. We've been playing Mousy in the wee hours of the morning just about every night. And by Mousy, I mean toy Mousies that Frankie brings to me. He pounces around on my bed with the Mousy, and then he stops. And when he stops, I reach out and I can find the Mousy, and then I just kind of dangle it and go whoop because I'm asleep, and he finds it and he pounces all over my bed. And we do that for a while in the wee hours. So that's fun. And last night, my leg was not under the covers when we were playing. And as he was pouncing, he stuck one of his claws deeply into my thigh. And I woke up. Well, I was already awake, but I yelled a bad word and then covered up my leg and then held on to it for a while. And this morning, I can't even find where he's punctured me. But anyway. Okay, cats and houses. Let's talk about pretty things. I have more things fell off. Somewhere I have my crochet project that I think I showed you last week, the water clover. I do have it because here's the yarn. I'll just show you my progress on that. My side display here is a little wonky. Let's see how it looks. Oh, that's the yarn. Looks pretty good. This is my project. And I think I will. Let's see. Right now I have a very classy container for my markers. What's this thing? Go away. Let me get let's go for this bright green one. So this is classy. All of my little containers are, packed, waiting to be unpacked. So that's my beginning of round. There's my tail. And this is the water clover. And so I'm getting the little flowers. I seem to be doing okay. And now I'm on the second half of that repeat, so the little flowers are going to be here. I'm quite pleased. I wonder if I'm doing something. Why aren't those as pointy? I don't know. I think I'm doing it right. Oh, this was the cast on or whatever you call it when you're crocheting. So the beginning chain. So maybe I'm fine. Maybe this next one will be, this will be roundy again. Roundy. Okay. Well, so what happens sometimes when I take it off the hook for the day or for the time being, I've been making the loop really big. When you don't crochet, you don't know that you can do that, but you can do that. You don't have to leave the hook in. But sometimes when I pull it out, or I pull the yarn out, it gets caught or drags and the little loop goes away and stitches start coming out. So I am going to do that so that I don't lose that loop and stitches don't tear out. So I've started the next round, which I just showed you. So there we go. Oh, this one looks more pointy. And this is where I haven't done that row yet. So some of the rows get wobbly and then you fill them in with, stuff. So this one looks a little more straight across the top. But some rows have lots of double crochets and some rows have lots of chains and single crochets and kind of even things out. That would be in the middle. But that's how that's coming along. I have this much yarn. I don't know how much that is, but it looks small to me, but they're 50-gram skeins. And I bought 8 of them, which is all we had, which is what the pattern told me I would need for my size. So fingers crossed. I'm still glad you have them. The cats, I'm still glad I have the cats too. So yeah, that's pretty. That's what's going on there. And then base. Hi. I still don't know where my Knitter's Oracle cards are. I found knitting things, the box of knitting things, which is why I have stuff like that. But the cards weren't in there, and I'm not sure where they're going to turn up. I thought they were with my electronic stuff because I had them on my dining room table, which I no longer have. Habitat for Humanity got that. I had them. What am I talking about? Oh, the cards. Boo! On my dining room table. Oh, check this out. Thanks, Mom. I am lying on your water clover and I have dandruff. Got a little dander there. Don't look. Do a little grooming. There we go. Look up. Look up. Hi. 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 Okay. Well, we'll just watch him for a little bit. He's not going to be very exciting, though. What's going on there? Oh, there's no table under that part. Okay, we're going to rub the belly. The cards, they were on my dining room table by my laptop where I did my live streams in Hazlitt, and there was a lamp there. There was my ring light was there. There were some other things there, and they all ended up in a box, and I wonder if the cards are, that's very unexciting. Wonder if the cards are in the box, but the ring light is here, so I've already been in that box, so I don't know where it is anyway. So I can't do my thing, my reading, and still, obviously. Notice the lemongrass Fiesta wear. Thank you, everyone, for the Fiesta wear. I still have my Fiesta wear fund, so I can go get more pieces. I don't have a lot of pieces, but I'm using what I have. I heard of another game, Last Knitters Standing. Not sure how it would work on camera. Well, then let's not do that. What I thought I would do is tell you late night. I'd like to know what that game is. Late one night. That's what I'm trying to say. Like after midnight, because, I go to bed early, but I sit there and I've been reading books, so that's nice. And I've been playing games on my phone, because, distraction. And I got an email from Sue who said, you're probably on this email list already, but I thought I'd forward it to you, and I ordered the blue kit. That's in a nutshell what she said, and I'm like, what? And so she had forwarded an email from Nomadic Knits, NOMADIC KNITS, and they did. I forgot that last year, do not fall off again, please. Last year they did something called a Knitmas, Knitmas, knit along. It's called something more than that, probably. And I remember that I participated and there was a cowl and it was a mystery one, right? So that however many days between it's designed to give you something to do between Christmas and New Year's Day, New Year's Eve. And so however many days that is it a week? Um, and last year it turned out to be a cowl that had designs, patterns in it that represented like trees and water and mountains. So it built up to be like a mountain scene. Um, I don't know where that is. Did I keep it? I gave a lot of things away when I moved. Huh. I don't know. I did grays and blues, I think. No, I don't know what colors I did. I don't know if I kept it. We'll find out if we ever unpack. So they're doing it again this year, and it's a free pattern. It's free to play along. Um, and it's a free pattern, and I already downloaded the pattern, which isn't there yet, but you download the thing and then you're going to be able to just get the updates and see each day's thing. You okay with that on your head? Okay. And then they had partnered with a yarn company that I hadn't heard of before, I think, that had kits for the thing. So they had picked out the knit along. So they had picked out colors and amounts that would go with the project. We don't know what that project is yet. Something with colors. So there's 4, 5, 6, 7 colors, 6 maybe, 5 or 6 colors that you just need a little bit, like under 80 yards of, which means all the unicorn tails from Madeline Tosh, the little tiny twists of Merino Light would work. And I have 6 or 7 or 8 of those. Actually, I don't have the unicorn tails. I have them from Stunning String, from a kit. No, that's a different thing. I have that kit. That's going to be that kit. But I do have a bunch of unicorn tails that I bought for something, and I don't remember what. And so if I find them, and I do know where all my yarn is, then maybe those would work. And then there's a big skein, 100-gram skein they used a sari silk. No, Surrey silk. No, that's alpaca. They used silk. And and it was all fingering weight. And so let me say that again. The silk was lace weight. But anyway, I'm going to go stash diving. Sue got a blue kit from them. All the kit names were based on songs, Christmas songs, so it was probably Blue Christmas or something like that. And I'm going to try to do it with stash again this year. Anyway, I signed up, Nomadic Knits. So it just gives you something to look forward to on the weird days between the two holidays. If those are the holidays that you celebrate. Even if they're not, you can still participate. So I think it starts on December 26th. And it's probably a week, not a month. Anyway, that's what I'm going to do. Because, I have nothing better to do. Just sit here and look at the drywall. Thanks for being here. I will see you next week. Same time, same place, same channel. Oh, look, here's my quote for the tearing down of the walls. I have to sign that and send it back to the contractor. It'll be done. It'll be done someday. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will see you next week. Bye.